everybody, welcome back to the channel. So you might be wondering, why am I out mowing in December? Well, we finally had some good weather and it's dried up a little bit, so I was running behind on the field this fall, so I thought it'd be a good time to come up here and mow this field. And there's another reason why I like to mow in the late fall, not normally December. This is the first time I ever brush hogged in December, but it's because I can see things. Like a stump, a log, a rock, things that you can't normally see in the spring and the summer, you can see right now. So that's what I'm going to do next. I already mowed this whole field, the main part of the field, and we're going to go ahead and try to mow down to the edge of the field along where I've cut trees down and I left limbs. You know, I cut firewood and it's hard to keep up sometimes, and I end up leaving a mess and I never get time to get back to it. So we're going to try to get those limbs out of the way, out in the open where we can see them, and we'll go ahead and burn those whenever we get a chance. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and try to get to the edge of the field because I have some plans for this field here in the future. Alright, so I forgot to mention earlier, I got the old XR 4040 out today. This is my tractor, and it was ready for a regen the last time I put it away. So I wanted to get into a job that I knew would take a little while and let it get through the regen. I think it took like a half hour. And that's a question I get asked all the time. Can you still work with your tractor, or do you have to let it sit during a regen? No, you can keep doing whatever you're doing. Just don't shut it off and let it keep going through the regen process. But yeah, I get asked that all the time. Alright, so this turned out rather well. I'm pretty happy with it. I know my neck is sore. A skid steer with a brush hog on the front would be better for this job, but you got to make do with what you have. So I try to show you stuff that you can do with different pieces of equipment that you might have. And this turned out pretty well. I can see a lot of the logs and stuff here, and there was fully cut logs that I left behind, like right here. Here's one. Here's a cherry log. I just left it here or forgot about it, I don't know, and that's why I didn't want to mow it in the summertime, because I can't see this stuff. But now we can. We got some wood up here too to gather up, some other logs that I need to pull up out of there. I don't know if you can see that one, but yeah, this turned out pretty well. And right there, that is just one pile of probably 4 or 5 piles that I've drug out, and that stuff was all underneath the briars and the weeds. So it's nice to be able to drag that out and not have to mow over it with a brush hog and potentially damage it. Alright, so the reason that I'm doing all this work on this field, eventually I want to cut the trees back and the limbs and make it just easy to get through here and mow it. But the reason I'm doing it is I want to be able to make hay. So you guys know I got a 40 horsepower tractor, and you know what my setup is. Let me know what you think I should get as far as a baler and a mower, and I want any tips that you guys have, because making hay is new to me. Rounding up square bales, I used to do that as a kid, but it's been a long time. But we want to make use of these fields and eventually get our own cows one day, and we got the ability to make our own hay, so we need to do it. So that's why I'm doing this. If you notice, there were a bunch of thorns and weeds in this field. This field needs lime, so I'm going to try to do that as soon as possible. That's another reason I wanted to mow it today. But yeah, that's the whole goal here. I just love coming up here. This is the highest point of my property, and I just love the views. I love doing work up here. But yeah, I'll probably come up here in the mornings. I'm on afternoons this week, so I'll probably come up in the mornings and clean up all the messes, and then we'll eventually burn these in a big brush pile, and we'll take the firewood and burn it. But yeah, so that's what we're working on. I hope you enjoyed this video and got to run the XR4040 again. If you like these videos, subscribe to the channel if you'd like. And until next time, thanks for watching.